We are live. Let me go pull my notes. And this week, as always, Olaf has something teal colored because, of course, he
Mhm.
is Rosahagian, even though the Free Rosahag Republic doesn't exist yet. As a cultural identity, it does. This week, across from the Honeypin's logo. Wow, that really came out garbled. Honeybee's pin on one side of his jacket, and then on the other lapel is on a teal background, so kind of like a disc that's colored teal, is a what basically looks like a Viking horned helmet made out of gold or maybe brass or something like that. And of
Hmm.
course, he'll motion for you to take a seat with one hand, even as he's kind of fiddling around with some note cards and setting them down on his desktop on the other side. And then of course the production team will come in and do their last second touch ups of this, that, or the other, and then the lights will go down and they'll get counted in, and then Olaf will start his little spiel. Welcome back, Mech fans, to our fourth match of the week, and I can assure you, after the last three, this one is only going to get more interesting. But first, some required light reading, brought to you by the fine people of the Donegal Media Group and the Krieg Dominion Media in conjunction with the Solaris Broadcasting Company. I am Olaf Krieg, and this is the Triple Press. Here in the studio, we continue and strive to always bring you the finest in combat sports entertainment, the best match coverage thanks to the Krieg Dominion blimp over the arena, not to mention the best in commentary and interviews. This next match features two more teams near the middle of the pack in the league standings, and both hungry for that one shot that will take them to the top. First up, coming to us from the capital of the Capellan Confederation, currently ranked number 8, the Sian Spirits. They've had a bit of a rough spell this year, currently sitting with only 1 win and 4 losses, and presently under a 3-game losing streak. This can all change tonight, however, but I'm pretty sure it's safe to say their opponents won't be happy to let something like that happen. And those opponents are none other than one of the fan favorites, the Canopian Honeybees, coming to us all the way from Canopus in the periphery. Ranking 5th in the league and secure for the moment in the top 6, this team has 3 wins and 2 losses under the belt, and a win here tonight could see them further lock in their top 6 position. Joining me, of course, to talk about this and more is Luke Labrador, owner-manager of the Canopian Honeybees. Luke, welcome back to the Triple Press, my friend.
Bonjour.
Indeed, bonjour. I must confess, I doubt I got the accent right. I happen to be on the other end, where things tend to be a bit more harsh, Germanic and or Japanese, or my
Oh,
personal favorite. Oh my god, I almost said this wrong. Swedenese. I almost said Sudanese. I was like, nope, that's not it. It's Swedenese.
it's a very different demographic
Very,
there.
very different. uh,
Um, uh,
yes, but again, welcome, Luke. Welcome. How are things going for you tonight?
well, things are going great. I think we've curbed a lot of the issues we were having, and we're going into good territory here. We're going to go into the Commanders round a little bit stronger than we were in the last round. Hopefully, well, not the last round, but the one before that.
Indeed,
Um, and we're hoping to have another win today against the who was this again?
the spirits. You're playing the Science
Oh
Spirits.
yes.
I feel like you've been taking lessons from Skylar. I got to get a dig on.
Only a little bit of sass. I know. I'm kidding.
I got to get a dig on Foehammer just about any time I can. Just a little one.
Yeah.
Just a little one.
Yeah.
Luke, last week you put a serious hurting on one of the expansion teams, the Rock City Wolverines. What was it like to take on that team that, despite their record in their debut season, have brought the fire and the spirit to the match and still end up losing time after time? And as a follow-on question, can we expect to see another win tonight and a continuation of a streak here? Now, I mean, to be fair, no coach worth their paycheck is going to say no, but I'm hoping for something a little bit more substantial in your response here.
Well, the spirits have been around since the originals, so they're gonna have a little bit more of a contendership than the Rock City Wolverines will have had. That being said, I think it was more luck of the draw of having the teams stack the way they did in the last match. So I'm not going to answer that as, oh, I'm going to stomp all the things out of the things that I want to get out of this. But the idea is, am I hoping for another stack? Yes, but from my lineup this time, it's not going to be the same kind of stack. So we're just gonna have to go with what we're gonna have, a little bit more of an even-rounded team, and we're gonna see what we can get done with the Commanders.
Indeed, and as always, oh man, I had a thought and it disappeared on me. I'm gonna move on to the
Hmm.
next question because unfortunately, as I get a little bit older every day, this happens more often. Tonight, you're facing off against the Sian Spirits. Historically, this is a team, as you mentioned a moment ago, that hasn't always been regarded as a particularly tough opponent, but they've certainly had their moments. Additionally, there are a lot more points up for grabs. Gaining those points will keep you in contention with the rest of the top half of the league, while conversely, losing out on those points will leave you far behind. What kind of plan do you have for tonight, knowing the Spirits could throw any sort of monkey wrench into those plans?
Well, so I'm going to be fielding some very specific mechs this time here. So I'm going to be fielding the Thunderbolt, my Marauder, and a Jenner. And these guys are a little bit more tuned for the up close and personal while having one support mech fire rounds and rounds after this. So we're going to have to see what we're going to have to get out of that. But really, I'm hoping for a favorable terrain.
Favorable terrain has been I don't want to say necessarily an issue because everybody has come to the field knowing that it's best to expect anything or have no
Yes.
expectations. But it is a common trend or theme that the terrain can be almost literally anything by the time you get there.
Yeah.
Um,
And
of
I like
course,
it
our
that way.
landscape team is very devious in some of their ideas. In fact, some have suggested and recently that the Dover Crows, with their propensity of burning down trees, that this week the landscaping team said, "Nope, you get no trees."
Oh, really? Well, I remember that one time they placed some quicksand and my crab went
I
under.
do remember that one as well. I do remember that as well. I'm sure there was some landscapers that were getting a good chuckle out of that one. Now, next week, the Honeybees will be taking on the Taurian Nationals, another team that historically hasn't always been regarded as a true challenge on par with the likes of the Dragonborn or the Golden Suns or even the American Duchess. In both cases, however, both the Nationals and the Spirits have made it to the playoffs and proven that they can't be so easily disregarded. What is your plan for handling the Nationals and showing them that they are not the true, not the true periphery power team? I really need to stop trying to do alliteration all the time.
It's it's a hard one, I'll have to say. Alliteration is not easy, and I can't do it in English. I It's hilarious when I try, so I feel your pain. Um, so for the Nationals, we're gonna have to look at what we can actually repair this time, because I'm still expecting I'm gonna have a loss of some mech of some sort, and I'm juggling my techs to try to be able to get anywheres with repairing what I need to get repaired. So we'll have to see what we have at the end of this week here to see what we can field against the Nationals. Now, the Nationals have been tough. They've made it to the playoffs. They've done their hits. They've been here since 2022,
Late 22 at least, yeah.
late 22, yeah. So we're gonna have to contend with them. I think I joined in 2020, 3023.
Well, you joined with late 3022 as well. The
Okay.
only four teams that I can only recall three of them off the top of my head. Well, because there was the Canopian Travelers that the Honeybees replaced. The
Yeah.
Travelers ended up withdrawing from the league after the early 3022 season that wasn't. And then, of course, there was the Industrialists and the Golden Suns. And I want to say the Debutantes were the fourth team in that early, some people call it a trial phase, a proof of concept. We were just thankful that Comstar was able to set up so many simulator pods for us because clearly none of the teams, even the four that were there, didn't have enough mechs on planet yet in order to
Hmm.
field a team. So, like I said, a lot of people call it the season that wasn't because only on paper did that season truly exist and take place. It was late
Also,
3022 that was the big inaugural ball, as it were. Actually,
yes.
yeah, that's right. We can use that word.
So if anyone wants to merchandising plug, um, I have all of these things to sell to your things for underground bars and stuff. It's glasswork that I've learned how to do.
I see. That's interesting. I do like how the the Canopian Honeybee logo has its own, because of the lights. It just brings that little extra energy into your ambiance there. That is a really nice touch. I like that. Well, there you have it, Mech fans, and just in time, I'm getting the signal that the two teams are lining up to take the field now. So let's head on over to the KD Blimp and watch all the explosive action in real time. So now I'm going to pull this up, pull that up, switch this over to that. Go. And now I need my rules,
Ooh.
because I never remember everything.
You wrote a novel.
Hey, but those rules, I try to make those rules as simple and usable, user
Yeah.
friendly as possible, and I really hope I hit that mark.
Every time you come out with a new edition of those rules, whether it is a point one or a point two,
Uh-huh.
I go into Google Docs and I completely rewrite them with indentation and subtitles to make sure I have linking and everything all set up.
That's a lot. And listen, I was lucky to have a consistent outline format.
Yeah.
All right. I have already done the first step, which of course is awarding 1 experience point to every pilot and tech in both teams. So the next
Okay.
step will be your midweek events. You have
Okay.
selected marketing and recruiting. So as you are ready, if you could give me the 2d6 for marketing, let's see what kind of extra monies you might pick up.
My spacebar is broken, by the way. Do I need spacebar at
You
all for
will
this?
need space because you do slash roll, and then there's a space, and then
Space
the dice string.
1, 3, 6, 2d6.
It'll be a 2d6 for this one, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, I have to click spacebar a bunch of times.
Oh
Okay, so
yeah.
9.
Nice. 9 for marketing. That is going to get you
Okay.
2d3 wealth. So just another roll string there. It'll just be a 2d3 instead of 2d6. Oops, that's not the
Well,
team I wanted. And you have a
5.
total of 5. So that will put 5 wealth into your pocketbook.
Okay.
Marketing.
Since I have the string written, then I can just kind of dance around it a little bit. But
Yeah.
my
And then
keyword, I don't know what's going on. It's a new keyword. I got it last year.
that is odd. I wonder if maybe there's like a disconnect in some circuit or something.
Like if I smash it, it works.
Yeah, that definitely means that the contact or the sensor or whatever it is isn't registering the keystroke.
Hmm.
All right,
Too
for
much
this
Warframe.
that I mean, yeah, that would do it. All right. On your recruiting roll, this will also be a 2d6, and I'm noticing for the first time like on a conscious level that perhaps a minor change needs to be enacted on the recruiting options or results rather, because in order to get the technician, you need to roll an 11.
Yeah.
But anyway, for a total
7.
of 7, which unfortunately is no results no matter what you were looking for.
That's okay.
So you continue to play um, the tech shuffle game.
The tech roulette.
Yeah, tech roulette. There you go. Spirits have elected to do training this week. Make
Okay.
that roll, and they scored a 9. That gives
Ooh.
every pilot and tech in the Spirits team 1 additional experience point unless they are on the injured list. None of them are.
Pull up my sheet to make sure that when you load up the mode, so what's supposed to be there.
Yep. All right. And then next we have your gather intelligence attempt. And this is
Yes.
also a 2d6 roll at your leisure for a total of 6, which is unfortunately no result.
Data.
Your
All right.
intelligence efforts were inconclusive. So,
Hmm.
big reveal moment here to see which you are going up against tonight. And then, of course, I'm going to assign you your mechs. So, the Sian Spirits are bringing a Thunderbolt, a Cataphract, and a Firestarter. And 2 of their pilots, as you can see on the screen there, have advantages.
Oh.
Please take a moment to review your pilots and ensure that information is correct and accurate. specifically edge and what the edge is being checked for, as well
Yeah.
as obviously their pilot and gunnery skill, because I am human and I do make mistakes from time to time,
Hmm.
much to my chagrin.
That's a French word.
Yeah, I know a few of them.
Oh.
Only literally a few. Well, not literally, comparatively a
uh,
few.
two.
Although quite a few of them have an English, I don't want to say translation. What's the word I'm looking for? A similar word in English. There's a lot of overlap, so shall we say. You know, funny
Yeah.
fact, while you're
Yeah.
digging through your pilots, I in my studies and lack of interest in the French language, simply because there were so many letters that were unused in almost every single word, I grew to detest the French language because of how, when you look at a word trying to figure out how to pronounce it, right?
Hmm.
And I say that coming from the standpoint of where I spent 4 years in high school learning Spanish and 3 years in high school learning German, where generally speaking, when you or look at a word in either of those languages, you can figure out how to pronounce it pretty easily. And then you look at French, and there's so many extra letters, and you're just like, what do I even
But
do?
why?
Yeah, exactly. And then one
Yeah.
day, I found a
How many
video.
E's do you need after an accent aigu? Like, seriously.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
I found a video on YouTube one day where it was, I believe, because it's been a while, it was various popular songs that were sung in the original Latin,
Okay.
and it came with subtitles. And I'm listening to the Latin words, and I'm looking at the Latin words on the screen, and I'm like, you Latin sons of bitches, that's where the French got it from. Because apparently
Hmm.
they've got letters in some of their words that are not pronounced either. And I'm like, that's some bullshit. Don't get me started, coincidentally, or conversely, don't get me started on the English language and the way words are spelled, because that is just absolutely pure insanity. And I am thankful that I am a native English speaker, because otherwise I'd be fucked.
Yep. So many people have told me that English is just a terrible language, and we live in a French English,
Yeah, yeah.
and our communities where I live is mostly Punjabi.
Okay, okay.
So weird intersect here is
Yeah, oh
that
yeah.
most of them would rather speak French,
I don't,
knowing that they've tried to learn English and it was just terrible, terrible, terrible time
oh,
in like their
I
home
don't doubt
country,
them. English,
and then they just
literally, I'm sorry.
learned French. Yeah.
No, no, go, no, please continue. I started to talk over you and I didn't mean to.
No, it's okay. No, I was done. They just wanted to learn French instead, and they
Yeah,
were like, this just happened."
I believe
Um,
it is Chinese. I'm gonna say Mandarin. It could be
yeah.
Cantonese. I'm not sure which, and I could not tell you
Okay.
the difference. But I believe it is Chinese that is generally considered to be the most difficult language to the English speaker, and English is the most difficult to the non-English speaker. I may have that a little bit flip-flopped, or there's a little bit of overlap. I'm not 100% sure, but you could definitely put English right up there near the top, simply because of how words are spelled and how uh, the verb is conjugated. Because many languages, including most of the ones I've ever looked at, in any way, any sort of serious research, the way verbs
Mhm.
are conjugated is usually pretty simple, more or less. And then you'd have English, where you have that stupid do or does or did thrown in on top of it, and you're just like, why? Why is this whole ass extra word here when you really don't need it? At any rate, we're getting way off topic here.
Yes. So what was the next step?
Yes, the next step is, once you are satisfied with your pilots, please choose your home edge because you are the home team,
Okay.
and I will choose the opposite.
Um,
And by edge, I mean obviously you can choose the corners. There you go. You got it figured out.
oh yeah.
And then now that I have taken the opposite, go ahead and click done, and I will follow suit. Yes, we've just had a nice little 3 to 5 minute conversation about languages and how some of them are not as fortunate as others.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we didn't lose
Oh.
anybody watching the video right now. I mean, we're not
Well,
streaming,
I
so I'm
think
not
they
worried. But
they may have laughed. They may have laughed.
laughed or
Um,
left? Yet another
laughed.
language pun right there.
Yeah,
I'm
that's a good one.
sorry. Okay, I gotta get
All
focused
right.
here. I want to kick some
All
ass
right.
tonight.
Yeah. So,
I just
okay,
want
so
you to
this,
click done before I do, just so we
yeah,
don't screw this up. I did double check and I forgot to verify. Let me double check really quick before we get started because it's real easy to restart from here. Victory conditions 75% is taken off, 10 round turn limit, and enemy commander is, so that's correct. And we should have a 21 by 21 hex board.
I checked.
Okay. All right. Yep. We are good to go in that regard. All right.
I checked before I clicked done.
Yeah, I remember doing like the setting it that way, but I usually just out of habit almost want to re-verify before we start, and I got so caught up in my conversation about languages. Wow, we got some wide open terrain over there in the
It's gonna play.
center-ish.
Yeah,
This will be interesting.
this will play in.
Yeah. All right, I am going to do this. I don't know if that's a good idea. We'll do this.
Hmm, I see. We are both looking at vying for the planes.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm gonna use the open ground for what should be easy shots. We'll see how that actually works out once the firing begins the two-way phase.
Yep. Right. What do you have on that cataphract? Anyways, Jesus. Oh, LQBC. Okay, that should be fine. The last mech goes down.
All
Yeah.
right. I once again am getting the big green weenie on initiative. I do have also the battle value disadvantage by about 500, give or take.
Mm-hmm. Much
However,
less than the last time.
yeah. However, the battle value is not as important, but it is a good yardstick, generally speaking, to determine which team is the stronger. So I will be moving first, and of course, as tradition seems to warrant, I will be moving my fire starter first.
Hmm.
So that is moderately annoying that I'm moving my fast mover first.
It has flamers.
It does have flamers, hence the name fire
Hmm.
starter. Okay, I'm being a smartass. I'm sorry. Uh, it wouldn't be a fire starter if it didn't have flamers.
Well, I
Let's
mean,
see. I have to make a decision here because I did tell everybody that even though I know the differences on the field, which mech is the commander, but I wasn't necessarily going to pinpoint the commander first. I feel like AC-20, LRM-20 is easier to avoid, but two PPCs and an AC-5 is not. So that means the Marauder is the bigger threat.
mhm.
So I think I will be focusing him down first, despite the fact that I can tell out of character that he is indeed the commander.
Yes. Okay.
Other than the fact that obviously I'm the one that set this matchup, but I digress. There is a way to tell if you didn't know by looking at your opponent mechs which one is the commander.
Yeah.
I've been abstaining from delineating what that difference is, but since this is the last match with a player of the week, when you're looking at the Mega Mech screen, the mechs with the names in italics, not non-italics, the italicized mech is the commander.
Yeah.
I think everybody in the league already knows how to figure that shit out, and I'm sure most people playing Mega Mech, noting who's the commander and who's not, can figure that shit out too. But just in case, he is definitely out of range of anything close to him. Oh yeah. So he's not going to be firing this round. Of course, if other mechs get in my way, I may have to deal with them first, and otherwise I might be putting myself in harm's way. So, general rule of thumb that I'm going with for Commander's Round, as playing as the NPC team, is the biggest threat or the closest threat. All right, let's see what we got on the board here. Marauder taking hits.
Okay.
Thunderbolt taking hits. Not to be unexpected there. We've got the Thunderbolt taking a PSR, making a PSR rather. Oh, I missed it by 2 points. I did 8 points with a large laser and 10 with a PPC. I was wondering why your Marauder didn't make a PSR. Now I see why. Both mechs are standing, no melee round, or excuse me, melee phase, and the Marauder is at 7 heat.
Marauder's gonna maraud just for a little bit though.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. Oh my god, seriously?
Oh my god.
Firestarter moving first again.
That's.
And then my Thunderbolt.
I just want to see here. You didn't have any initiative on the Firestarter, right?
Correct.
All right. Well, I mean,
yeah, no, this is just the way it's gonna be.
Oh, okay.
But every match I've fought in this particular competition week, I've been getting kind of shitty initiative results, and frankly, it's frustrating. But I mean, frustrating in the, if I was actively attempting to win for the sake of winning, as opposed to attempting to win in order to provide the best challenge I could.
Mm-hmm.
So, do I want to do that? Oh yeah, I do.
Ooh, that you do.
What I gotta watch out for though is, excuse me, that Thunderbolt 5D with its AC 20. Unfortunately, if you get too close with it, that AC 20 is the only thing that'll hit me. The LRM 20 is like meh. Oh, we're gonna play this game. Okay, all right. I think
I've stopped running heavies.
What's that?
I've stopped running at heavies.
My Cataphract is not afraid to get in your face.
No, I don't imagine, with those machine guns and everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just have to choose my firing platform a little bit, or firing sequence slightly differently than it was a moment ago. All right.
All right, well, we're gonna have to go with that.
Oh shit. Okay. Sorry, I started to fire a certain pattern or sequence or whatever and realized that it wasn't going to be the ideal way I wanted to do it. And then I was like, ooh, but wait, I can do this. Yeah. Do that. All right, what are we looking at now? Jenner takes a hit. Stuff.
All right, so Jenner's taking a couple hits.
Firestarter takes a hit to the center torso.
Hmm.
Thunderbolt takes a hit. Cataphract eats an AC 20 point blank center torso.
That's a good shot.
Yeah.
All right, so we're shaving down the Marauder's armor.
Marauder is losing armor and now into the internal structure phase. Marauder hits the Cataphract. Cataphract slugs the Thunderbolt. So every mech on the board has been touched. Perhaps
Yes.
inappropriately so. That's probably really bad dark humored, but I can't help it. We do have a melee round. Excuse me,
Yeah.
phase. Sian Spirits are struggling to come back. Excuse me, from their current 3-loss streak. Let's see. Cataphract kick connects. Thunderbolt gets punched. Or excuse me, Thunderbolt punches the Cataphract in the head but gets re-rolled. 1 edge remaining. Thunderbolt remains standing after being kicked.
Some sluggage.
I think it'll be funny. Not sustainable for the 5D, but I think it would be funny for the Cataphract and the Thunderbolt to just continue slugging at each other the rest of the fight. You are by no means obligated to carry out that idea, by the way.
However, I do understand that would be hilarious, and they are already in
oh my
slugging
god!
range.
Look at this initiative, man! I realize I don't have shit for tactics. Actually, I have 1 tactics for 2 of my mechs, and I just keep getting shit on. Okay, I'm gonna stop bitching about it. Thunderbolt and Cataphract both are moving next. Then your Thunderbolt. This will be an interesting turn. Wow, you hit my cat. Looking at the little damage bars, my Cataphract seems to have taken more damage than yours, your Thunderbolt. Even though, well, because I took 20 points of damage straight to the center torso. That's why I forgot about that for a moment, and a few other random hits. Problem now is my fire starter, much like you in the 1 match with your light mech, my fire starter is out of position to really assist anybody.
And it's being blocked by a Jenner.
And possibly. No matter where I go with with my fire starter, the Jenner is going to be in my way. Although,
yeah, I'm just hoping for the superior firepower at this point on my side for my heavies, but we'll have to determine if I'm going to be lucky on that.
We shall see, my friend. We shall see. The Spirits are definitely fighting tooth and nail tonight. I guarantee you that much. They need as many points as they can get to get out of 8th place, and more importantly, they want that win. They want it bad. 3-game loss streak is nothing to work with. I may have chosen a pretty good spot for my fire starter in order to attempt to prevent you from being an ass clown to me.
Yeah, no, you definitely did.
I got really lucky with that little finger of land right there next to the water in a swamp. Marauder needed to make a piloting skill check because he was going downhill. Interesting. All right. I believe this is round 3. I wasn't paying attention to the round count. Yeah, this is round 3. All right. Let's see what we got here. Thunderbolt rips into the Marauder. Head hit, reroll, 2 edge remaining. Thunderbolt firing and missing at my Cataphract.
Everything.
The Cataphract hits with all but the AC 10. Jenner fires 4 lasers and an SRM-4 at the Firestarter, only hitting with 1 laser. Both lasers hitting the rear arc of the Thunderbolt. And then the Marauder hits with all 3 weapons on the Cataphract. Cataphract is hurt. I wouldn't say hurt. No new damage or anything like that to update. 3 PSRs, and all 3 are made. One of these motherfuckers needs to roll a 0. A fucking 0. And a 1. And then so does my Cataphract, for that matter. So, oh man. Jenner running super hot now at 12 heat.
Yeah.
Thunderbolt and Cataphract both at 6 heat. Oh, look at that. I finally get a little bit of the initiative in my favor, but my fast mover's still moving first.
Mm-hmm.
I have not earned the God Emperor's favor. That's what it is. The God Emperor's gaze is turned away.
Yeah. Did not move, eh?
Correct. I felt it was more advantageous in a Firestarter Jenner duel to just stay where I was. We'll see if that goes against me. I mean, the worst case, I'm missing out on a couple lasers and a machine gun and some flamers.
Mm.
Oh man. Come play, Jenner. I know you ain't got the heat budget right now. Just outside of minimum range. Or not minimum range, short range. Alright.
Yeah. Thunderbolt hasn't moved. Yeah.
Ooh, you lucky. You lucky. I can't do a kick to the back of your Marauder head.
Nope. But I did realize the arc was very disadvantageous for me.
You can Torsos Twist and still get both of my heavy mechs in range.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
I'll have to see what that works.
Yeah.
And we got 100% on the AC-20.
Of course you did. All right. Jenner losing critical slots. That takes the Jenner up to heavy damage.
Okay.
Let's see. Firestarter gets hit. Cataphract hits the Thunderbolt. Nothing changes. Marauder firing on the Firestarter. Firestarter at heavy damage. Losing that upper arm actuator. Thunderbolt firing on the Marauder. Left torso critical. Re-rolled with edge. Marauder now at heavy damage with that upper leg actuator hit and a hip actuator. So that's going to make things.
Oh,
And a gyro. That is going to cripple my cataphract. Fuck. Oops, not heavy. Rippled. Just bought that damn thing. He does remain standing. The Marauder falls. Pilot is okay.
okay. Well, it's going to be a little tricky to get back up.
Yep. But we both
Also,
now
a
have
center shot with an AC-20.
again.
How many times do I get a center shot on an
That's
AC-20?
first time to center torso, and the second time with a critical.
Yeah.
We both now have a mech that cannot run without risking a PSR and falling over.
Yeah. Okay.
Firestarter, Thunderbolt, Jenner, Marauder, Cataphract, Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
You know what? And I didn't even look at the heat, so I gotta find out on my own here. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna sit tight right there. And then we're gonna bring you right there.
That's what I figured.
I mean, at this point, it'd be foolish to not.
Yeah.
And the Cataphract and the Thunderbolt, neither of them are commanders, so they can have their own private slugfest if they want.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get hit with that fucking that AC-20 one more damn time. Let me see, what is my Cataphract looking at right now? Let me take a hit from that fucking thing from just about anywhere. It's going to be almost catastrophic.
I needed a 3.
Oh, it's my turn. You know what? Come get me. that's what my Cataphract just said. Come get me.
Okay. No.
He straight up said, "Come at me, bro." Oh man. I feel like there's going to be at least one mech death in this round. Possibly two.
Let's find out.
Let's see what we shall see. All right. Jenner losing an arm. I think I already have the Jenner at heavy damage.
Yeah, arm was coming off anyways.
Yep. Jenner firing on and missing the Cataphract. Thunderbolt firing on the Marauder, ripping out the AC-5. I have the Marauder at heavy damage already. Yeah. Marauder takes a few more hits. Cataphract hitting on the Thunderbolt, center torso and right torso, left torso, right arm. Thunderbolt is at moderate damage if it isn't already. It is now. Marauder firing on Cataphract. Ooh, Cataphract definitely crippled, but it's already marked crippled. Gyro. Oh, Cataphract is going down.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, Cataphract is going down. Unable to stand. It is. Oh, and Matashov takes a hit. Let's see. What else do we got? Thunderbolt and the Marauder both requiring PSRs, but their target numbers are ridiculously low. They cannot fail.
You have one center torso left on that Cataphract.
Yeah. Like,
that's not happening.
Yeah. Let's see. Marauder.
Succeed.
Succeeds. Only needs a 3. That's disgusting.
I mean, yes.
Who was the last one that fired on that cataphract, by the way?
I believe it was a Thunderbolt because that one
Yeah,
got
it
the
was the
critical hit.
Thunderbolt that ripped out the gyro. Or no.
Yeah.
No. The
No, it
Marauder
was the
did all that,
Marauder.
but the last one that hit was the Thunderbolt, so.
Yeah.
Because I think the Thunderbolt pilot is going to be getting some
Oh, you got
extra
your fire
point.
starter.
Oh, Firestarter gets to move last.
Yeah.
That's mighty nice. First time
Yeah.
in like
Well,
ever.
a little late in the match for that, but okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the cataphract will be ejecting, by the way.
Okay.
Ooh, the Jenner's gonna get that little 35-ton kick in. That's gonna fuck up my life.
It's no one knows.
Yeah, I mean, I did have a spider punch a fucking assault mech's leg off last week, so from the
Yeah.
behind. Yeah, it was fucking ridiculous when I saw that when I saw that rolling going on.
I got the D line here. I don't know actually anything about footballs. Um, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Thought you would have mentioned something about me not knowing anything about football.
That's okay. I didn't know enough about football to make a counter response, so don't feel bad.
All right.
Let's see.
Some people take a huge offense to that.
All right. I don't think I've got much longer for this world, so if I'm gonna pull off a win, it's got to be now.
All right. Oh, ooh, oh,
Oh, the Marauder lost a whole ass leg. That's going to put the Marauder at crippled,
yeah.
and then loses the AC5.
Finally,
Not that it's been really used a whole lot. I don't think. I haven't noticed if it has been.
it's been used every round.
Oh, has it?
Yeah, it just hasn't
Just,
hit anything.
I've also been looking more for like where the damages and statuses are. So let's see. Thunderbolt, Firestarter losing its leg as well from an AC20. Firestarter is now crippled. Let's see. And loses an arm. And Ivory takes a hit. Fuck me. Marauder goes down.
Mm-hmm.
Susanti takes a hit.
Jeez.
And is
Oh
about to
well.
get kicked right in the dome as well. Although
Yeah.
Jenner will be answering in kind.
All right. Let's see here. Center
21,
torso.
21
Oh.
internal structure remaining on the Marauder that can no longer stand easily. And
Oh.
the kick to the Thunderbolt missed. Ah! Ah!
Yeah.
Excuse me for a moment. I needed my little victory right there.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Heat phase. We're doing pretty good.
Firestarter, Thunderbolt, then my Thunderbolt. How does my Thunderbolt go last when it's not even on the board? Never mind. I'm misreading that. I meant my cat. I got confused. Don't listen
Yeah.
to me. Do not
Okay.
listen to me. uh,
My Marauder's on fire.
Oh, I didn't even see the heat. What's his heat? Like super
No,
high?
it's just on fire.
Uh, well, I mean, he's
Yeah,
got a lot of holes
yeah.
permeating that armor. Let me see.
Mm.
Up. Oh, holy shit! Okay,
What
I might have wanted to save that roll for a different opportunity, but I used it. I needed an 8+ to stand up, and I got up.
what did I miss? Oh,
My
okay.
fire starter
You just
standing up,
okay.
surprisingly.
Um, I don't think I can get up.
The Marauder, it's
Yeah.
a +5 to stand, but if your heat is high, that's going to reduce available movement, which
No, it
means you
didn't
won't
even
be
like
able
give me the
to.
chance. Didn't even give me the chance.
Yeah, because because your heat's at 9, so yeah, you're not gonna
Yeah,
have the points.
yeah,
It's gonna stand right here.
yeah. Well, I figured you were gonna stand right there for another kick.
Well, the main reason why I stood right there was because if I pop my head around the hill, the thunderbolt will not have partial cover on me. So I figured my best bet was to not be exposed. Hey,
Right.
shit.
And whatever be always in our whatevers. If I don't burst your thunderbolt, you're gonna burst my marauder.
Oh, fire starter. Well, he was already crippled. There goes the engine hit and a gyro hit on the fire starter.
Yeah.
Marauder loses the whole right torso, center torso hit on the engine. Susanti takes another hit.
Hmm.
Let's see. Marauder is just getting riddled. There goes the other leg on the Marauder. Firestarter falls over. Ivory takes another hit. I think Ivory's just gonna lay on the ground now. She's like, yeah, I'm done. I'm gonna take a nap. And there goes the Marauder by center torso
That's it.
destruction.
Oh, all right.
Oh man, I was really think I was. Did your did your Thunderbolt fire on mine? Yeah, but he only got 8 missiles in, and the AC-20. No, the AC-20. Oh, AC-20 hit the dirt because of that
Yeah.
partial cover.
Yeah.
The one time partial cover saved my ass. Oh man. Ah,
Nah, good match. Good match.
indeed, indeed. Thank you. I needed that win for myself, to be totally honest. As I mentioned briefly earlier, but also the Spirits really needed that win. 3 losses in a row sucks ass. Uh, all right, let's start doing some post match stuff here. Let's see. First off, we got the victory point tally. So the Spirits will start with 3 because they won the match according to Megamech. Let me finish marking up this kill stuff here. Your Marauder was defeated by the Thunderbolt.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So first for the Spirits, 3 for the win, 3 additional for a heavy mech kill, for a total of 6, plus 10 for keeping their commander in the match, and I'm sorry, for defeating your commander, plus 5 for keeping theirs alive. That is a total of 21 victory points altogether. For the Honeybees, 1 for losing Unfortunate, 3 for killing my Cataphract for a total of 4. No additional victory points. The final score 21-4 for the Spirits. Excuse me, let me pull up the rules. Because our next roll is for the fans. That's not the rules. That's my script. That's the rules. this, I need to go to page 12. Okay. Starting with the honeybees, you will have 2d6 -1 for losing in the match. We did have a mech killed by melee, so you will get a +2 on top of that. So that will be a total of 2d6 +1. Yes, 2d6 +1, please. For a total of 8, which will give you 1 additional fan.
Okay.
Someone out there said, you know what? They took a hard loss, but they fought like hell. They could have had that if things had just gone slightly different at just the right time. Anyway, let me stop.
Yeah, well, I mean, if it didn't whiff that shot into the dirt.
Yeah, that AC-20 hit somewhere else, that could have been catastrophic. All right.
Mm-hmm.
For the spirits, 2d6 +1 for winning, +2 for the physical attack kill, for a total of +3. 4 + 3 is 7. Unfortunately, that is no change for the Spirits fans. In fact, what it probably put, no, that wouldn't work because they didn't lose a fan. Oh, but wait, they have plus, oh, it's +3 wealth. Oh, okay, I'll jump that bridge in a minute. Actually, the next bit is wealth. Total score is 21-4. That's 25 wealth for the losing team. 35 wealth for the winning team.
Mm.
And then, of course, they'll also receive +3 wealth for their sponsorships. So let's go ahead and update the spreadsheet, starting with the honeybees. Honeybees are now 3 wins, 3 losses, and a total of 35 cumulative victory points. They did gain 1 new fan, so they now have 26 fans. And then we go to the finance screen. Match earnings, 25. Fan income, 18. That is it for that. Save there. For the spirits, they finally get a second win. I don't even remember who their first win was. It's probably the fucking Wolverines or some shit. They will also receive 21 victory points on top of their 14. That'll take them up to 35 cumulative victory points. That's going to be a big jump for them. They did not gain any fans. They gained 1 on their super secret squirrel roll. And then in finances, earning 35. What the hell just happened? Are you there?
Yes.
Okay, good. I saw a flicker on my second monitor, and I have no idea why.
Hmm.
Although everything appears to be the way it's supposed to be, so I'm going to press on. 35 wealth from winning, 10 wealth from their fans. They have +3 sponsorship. Add that in. All right, I have updated all that. Next up is the draft. We'll do your team first. Let's see. The draft is on page 14 of the rules. That's not right. Page 13. All right, here we go. You lost, so that'll be a -1. That is the only modifier. So 2d6 -1, please. For a total of 9.
9.
Wow.
Mm.
1 pilot and 1 tech.
Okay.
All right, we're going to start with your pilots first. Let me get this situated so I can see both the names and the roles. You have no tier 3 pilot, so we'll be starting with Noel Rolnick. On a 2 or less on a 1d6, Noel Rolnick will be drafted. And there he goes.
1.
There he goes.
Noel Rolnick.
Yeah, that is unfortunate for you. Fortunately, in the grand scheme of things, Noel Rolnick is not terribly experienced compared to people like Baker or Susanti.
Yeah, who I've been riding on for a while.
Yeah. All right, we still need to give
they're coming up.
I'm sorry?
They're coming up.
Yeah, yep. All right, we'll do your tech, and then we will do your replacement. So, starting with you have no tier 3 tech, so you do have a tier 2. Let's start with Ngumbo. on a 2 or less. Nagumbo is safe. Rusty, 2 or less. Safe. Fred, 2 or less.
There it
Fred
is.
is drafted, and that is your tech with natural aptitude tech.
Yeah.
that is a rough one, my friend.
Hmm.
Let's see. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to delete the roll. Okay. All right, starting with your pilot replacement. 1d6 to see their experience level. Veteran. You got a new
Nice.
veteran pilot. Nice. All right, let me put this in here first. 3, 4, 2, 0. All right. 1d6 for experience points. 1. That's unfortunate, but better than, well, none.
Yeah.
0. Okay. All right. For your tech, 1d6 to see their experience level.
Hmm.
That is going
Not
to
a
be
great tech.
That's going to be a green tech.
Yep.
2 edge. 1d6 for their experience points. 1.
Ooh. Not
Right.
very experienced people.
You know, when it comes to replacements, you pretty much have to take what you get.
Yeah.
Can't really be terribly picky. All right. For the spirits, I am going to roll 2d6. I have a +1 because I won, and then that is the only modifier I get. Ooh, that is gonna fucking hurt. That's a 12. 2 pilots and 2 techs drafted away from the spirits after they break their 3-loss streak.
Ooh.
Oh, fuck me. All right, let's do some rolls and see what happens. Spirits do not have any tier 3 pilots. Let me set this string up. 1d6. Control C. So Ivory on a 2 or less. Safe. Yi on a 2 or less. Save. Matashov. Save. The next 3 are going to be tier 1 pilots. Min. Gabagat. Phasal. Woo! Oh, man.
Dodge.
Holy shit. I just made it through 6 fucking pilots. That's all I got to say, man. Okay, hopefully I can repeat that with the text. Let's see what happens here. I need to get this set right. All right. Techs. They have no tier 3 techs. Starting with tier 2. Mira. Safe. Garvin. Gone. Garvin is gone. Garvin drafted. Alright, I still got more. I gotta give up one more. Absco. Gone. Fuck. That was a veteran tech, too.
Mm.
What was the... I already forgot the fucking name. Absco. Drafted. Alright. For their new techs. I need to write that down. Get 2 techs draft. Got super lucky on those pilots, though, man. Holy crap. All right,
Yeah.
first new tech experience level is green. So I'm going to take this row. Copy. I'm going to insert copied cells. Tech. Green. 2. Now I need... won't let me copy or paste. So 1d6 points, starting with 2 points. And then the second new tech experience level is regular. I need another row added here. Where is that button at? Yeah, okay. Well, we'll just do this. Tech. C, Control V. All right, there we go. All right, new tech is a regular. And then, oops. Damn it. 1 experience point. Feeling your pain right
Mm,
now. Okay, we made it through the draft section. Next up is maintenance. So let's look at, since I have the spirits sheet right here, let's take a look at their mechs and stuff. Oh, I have a Vindicator that needs to be added to the repair rolls here. Light damage maintained by regular with Broera. How many edge points do you have? 2. Right. All right. Now to get back on track. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mechs with 6 techs. That means -3 for maintenance. 4 the honeybees. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Weren't you going to sell 1 or 2 of these mechs? I thought.
yeah, I would really mark sold on the
Did I miss that?
locust.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's in the tech field for the locust 1M or 1V or whatever.
Yeah, the 1M has no tech assigned.
Yeah,
Did you sell the 1M or did you sell the 1V?
the one with the machine guns I sold.
I don't remember off the top of my head which one that is.
Yeah.
I can do this because you can still roll on. Click done on Megamech for me real quick.
Yep.
All right. Because we can still roll on this side as well. All right. So Locust 1M has
1M is the missile one.
Yep, missile, and then the 1V is the one with machine guns. Then. Yep. Okay. So you sold the 1V. You said you sold the one with machine guns.
Machine, yes, the 1V.
Okay. Now I need to look. Let's see what the cost of the 1V is because I don't have that in your thing. 2
It's
wealth.
1.5.
Yeah, becomes 2 wealth.
Okay.
Here we can put it here. Sell LCT 1V, and that was a gain of 2. All right. And then that takes you down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mechs.
Yeah.
Was that the only mech you had sold that I forgot to update on my side?
I think that's the only mech that I sold, yeah.
Okay, so 7 mechs with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 techs, which means one of them is unmaintained. Currently marked the LCT-1M. Ngumbo got drafted at some point, I thought, didn't he? Nope, Ngumbo's still in here.
Yeah, he was the one that we dodged just a second ago.
Yep, so I'm going to put, for the moment at least, Ngumbo in on the 1M.
Yeah.
Just for my tracking purposes, so I can keep track of. And that leaves your Marauder currently unassigned with a tech, but you actually gave a tech for the Marauder.
The crab, yeah, the crab will have to move over to the Marauder. The tech for the crab will move over to the Marauder.
Okay. Fuck off. That was not at you. That was at Windows for yelling at me. Or, yeah. Windows wanted to tell me I couldn't do something in Excel. And it was right. I just wanted to fuck off. Okay.
So what I have is Fred was the one who was drafted. So I'm just gonna go new tech.
Yep.
Yeah, so new tech is on the Jenner. Nagumbo is on the 1M. Vance is on the Griffin. Rusty's on the Marauder, and Derek is on the Stalker.
Sounds right, yeah. I think I got that. I may have one person out of line, but I can get it figured out later.
No, that's okay.
So the mech that is currently unmaintained is the Crab. Is that
And the Thunderbolt.
and the Thunderbolt?
Yeah, it seems.
Oh, I advanced on here twice. I just noticed that.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But you actually do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, you have 2 new techs. I named one of them Brienne.
Oh, okay.
Brienne is the new tech from, I'm going to say, last week. So I'll put Brienne on either the Crab or the Thunderbolt.
Brienne
Brienne
is
is
Thunderbolt.
Sorry. All right. Brienne, and she is a regular tech. And then your new guy, we're just going to call him Joseph. Veteran. Nope, Joseph's not a veteran. Joseph is a green. So after tonight, I have Joseph Green on the Jenner, Nagumbo regular on the Locust, Vance Elite on the Griffin, Brienne regular Thunderbolt, Rusty veteran Marauder, Derek veteran Stalker, Crab unmaintained first week. I need a 1d6 plus 1 roll from you to see if that crab degrades in its readiness. Because it's not
1.
being. I'm sorry?
I got a 1.
Oh, 1 plus 1 is 2, so the crab is fine.
Okay.
Because if it's 1d6 plus 1 for each week, and if the total is 6 or higher, it degrades 1 level until you actually have a tech assigned. Okay, so
I can
that gives
hot
me
seat that.
yeah. It's a gambling game, especially for like if you're struggling for finances, which you are not, by the way.
But I'm struggling for recruiting.
You are struggling for tech, so it might be a bit of roulette. I don't know. I mean, it's up to the manager, you know?
Yep.
All right, maintenance. Oh, salaries is next. So since I had the honeybees up, let's do your salaries. 2 for all your greens and regulars. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it'll be -9 for salaries. And then for the spirits, who dodged a major bullet, 2 for all the greens and regulars. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. After maintenance is repair costs. We'll do the honeybees tallying up first. Honeybees with a Jenner with heavy damage. That's going to be 3. Thunderbolt with moderate damage is a heavy moderate, which is 4. And a Marauder crippled, heavy crippled is 8. For a total of -15 for repairs. You have 1 pilot with 2 injuries. That is a -3 for medical. And then for the spirits, they have Thunderbolt with only light damage. Yeah, I guess so. That does check out. Because he took some hits, but I don't think he ended up taking anything.
Yeah, we didn't penetrate his arm or anything like that.
Unfortunately, I have a heavy and a light, both crippled. So the heavy is 6. Oh no, I read that wrong. Heavy crippled is 8. And a light crippled is 4. So that's a total of -13 for repair, and then 1 injury, -1, and -3 for 2 injuries for a total of -4. Both pilots are hit, but they will be back in action in week 7. So let's go ahead and throw these numbers in the spreadsheet. Repair costs for the spirits, -13 and -4 for medical. For the honeybees, -15 repair and -3 medical. And that takes us to the repair rolls. For the Jenner, I need a 4+, and you have 3 attempts. This is rolled on a 1d6. That's you. 1.
1.
2 more times. 2.
2.
Need a 4. Oh, you got it.
Oh, I doubled every time.
Yeah, you did. For your Thunderbolt, need a 3+, 4 attempts. 1, 2, got it.
Yep.
And the Marauder, I need a 5+, 3 attempts. 1, 2, 3. Unfortunately, the Marauder remains crippled for next week.
Yeah.
Let's get in here. Max. Marauder. Crippled. Take this, actually. Do that. Paste that. Change it to say crippled. Your Locust. Heavy damage. Let me see here. And Gumbo's a regular with. Oh, he's a veteran with 3 edge. So that would be 4 attempts on a short-term memory is shit. LCT 1M heavy vet 3 attempts. Veteran dealing with heavy damage 4+. I need a 4+ with 4 attempts. This is to repair your well, it doesn't matter because you just
6.
rolled a 6, so your locust is
Yeah.
fine now.
All right, good.
Oh man. Okay.
The drama, I know.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Next, we have the spirits making some of their rolls here. Let me go ahead and get my 1d6 command copied. All right. For my thunderbolt, I need a 3+ with 3 attempts. Got it on the first try. Cataphract needs a 4+ with 3 attempts. 1, 2. Man, I'm not gonna lie, I was getting concerned for a moment there. And then the fire starter needs a 4+ with 3 attempts. Got it on that one.
Oh, nice.
And then a vindicator that needs light damage for regular is a 3+ with 3 attempts. Got it.
Okay.
All right, so the spirits are finally in a position where all of their mechs are repaired. Not that anybody really wants to use a vindicator, but you know, it's nice to have mechs that are all fixed. All right, so that's all the repair rolls. Now we do experience points. We'll do the spirits first. Spirits, Yi is going to gain 3 points, taking her up to 7. Matichov is going to gain 2, taking him up to 8. And then Ivory is gaining 2, taking her up to 6. And then for the technicians, Garvin was drafted. Mura was not. Mura will gain 2, go up to 8. And then Absco was drafted, so that is that. And then the Honeybees. Your pilots. Q gets 1, going up to 4. Baker gets 2, up to 9. And Susanti gets 1, going up to 8. And then your techs, let's see, what are we looking at here? Fred gains 1. Fred got drafted though. Rusty gains 1, up to 5. And then Brienne gains 1, up to 4. And that is your people. That is all of the steps needed. So let's get the screens transitioned over here. And that will take us back into the interview room with Olaf, who normally is a fan of the underdogs, but I think he really does enjoy the honeybees and the energy they bring to the table. And there may or may not be a pun somewhere in there if you look hard enough. I didn't mean for one, but you know, honeybees, energy brought to the table,
Picnics,
condiments, you know, things like that. But yeah, so I think Olaf really does enjoy watching the honeybees, and he is definitely like, when he gives you the sorry to hear that you lost that match look and or expression, I think you could definitely see it and feel it, as opposed to the generic, oh, sorry about your loss, that most people will offer out of respect or politeness. But yes, Luke, man, tough loss. I think you pretty much did everything right. It just didn't work. What kind of thoughts do you have?
So you do have a good point that I did all the things right. I think there was an element of luck that made it so that the pieces were falling off of my Marauder at some point, and then they just kept falling off.
That's me laughing, not Olaf.
We're gonna have to see if we get that repaired for the next week, but we're gonna worry about that next time. The point being is we did the good job in trying to make sure that they segregated the fire starter from causing too much trouble, and I don't think it actually did cause much trouble this entire match.
No, it looked like the fire starter certainly attempted to get out there to start causing problems, but as you said, you kept it disengaged from the main fight, and it was not able to get in a position where it could capitalize on being able to take advantage. I think it did get a couple of rear shots off on one or two of the mechs, but none of them were significant enough. And of course, the flamers never came into effect, the machine guns never came into effect. So
You don't
effectively,
want
that
it too
fire
close to
starter
you.
was neutralized for the most part,
Yeah.
which
So
was a good play on your Jenner. And again, it just goes to show, you did everything you were supposed to do. It just didn't work for some reason.
well, I could have focused a little bit more on specifically one of the heavy mechs until I burst it down or something, but that wasn't necessarily the plan. So I was just trying to piece them together and go from there. Um, I realized that the Thunderbolt was the commander for the enemy team, or the Sian Spirits. I could have focused it more than what I ended up doing, and my Marauder paid the price for that.
Yes. And
Mhm.
certainly something to be said for the Spirits, who definitely came out very aggressive and stayed aggressive, charging the Marauder, which does mitigate some of the Marauder's capabilities in that it's mostly a long-range weapon support, long-range fire support platform.
Mhm.
It does have a few shorter range weapons, but those PPCs and the AC5 are meant to keep targets away, which the Spirits immediately launched into a full-out frontal blitz, for lack of a better thing to call it. Luke, nonetheless, like you said, you did everything right, but also you're identifying where things could have gone differently, which is always a hallmark of a good leader and a good manager. So, you take a loss, and you'll come back next week, learn something new, have new tricks, new tips under your belt, and next week when you take on the Nationals, maybe that match will go even easier for you.
One can only hope.
Indeed. All right, well, we've got one match left in the week. I'm being told even now it is being set up. Luke, any final comments, thoughts for viewers here on planet or across the inner sphere or even in the periphery? Any final thoughts?
Any final thoughts? Um, well, keep on trucking. No, so the
Into
thoughts
the
when it comes to,
future. Sorry.
yeah,
I'm fucking horrible.
time keeps on spinning.
Yep.
Um, yeah, I think this was a great day for mech on mech combat, and I hope that the fans did enjoy they've seen up until now with the commander round.
Indeed, indeed. And as you said, great show of mech on mech combat, which is what we're all about here in the Trouble Press, the finest in the combat sports entertainment. On that note, my friends, stick around. As I said, the next match is getting started shortly. And in the meantime, of course, some filler content, interviews with previous leadership members, team leaders from the various teams. Stick around. And of course, the production team will wander in and undo everything and start resetting for the Wolverines and the American Industrialists fight that will be streamed for my viewer friends, streamed live on Twitch Thursday, the 16th of November, 7 p.m.
Thursday, the
Pacific
16th.
Standard Time or Daylight Time or whatever the fuck it is right now because time change is stupid.
Yep.
But that will be
Yeah,
Thursday, 7 p.m. Pacific. I'll be
It's
streaming
been
it
dark
live.
since 5.
I left work this afternoon at, I think I clocked out at 4:20. Maybe it was, no, it wasn't 4:20 because I would have remembered that time. I think I
It would
clocked
have
out
been
at like
ironic.
4:16, and so I'm walking out of my car, and I knew as I was pulling into the terminal with my truck and parking it, I knew where the sun was on the horizon because it was blinding the shit out of me. And when I walked out to my car, and I had my sunglasses on, but when I got in my car, I noticed that the sun was already below the trees. And I'm just like, the sun has basically set. For all intents and purposes, it has set now. The definition of a sunset, when the sun dips below the horizon. I'm
Yeah.
just like, this is ridiculous. It's not even 4:30 in the afternoon. This is fucking bullshit.
Yeah, but we deal with this every year,
I
and
know, I
we
know.
think about it as being bullshit every year.
Yep, and nothing changes. All right, Luke, my friend, that was an amazing match. I enjoyed that. Never mind the fact that I won. Um,
Yeah.
I think you had a point when you were talking in character there. I think if you had focused down the Thunderbolt from the get go, especially with your Thunderbolt in its face, especially with that fat ass AC-20, and then the
Yeah.
Marauder just plinking away with the PPCs and AC-5, I think that match would have gone
Now,
significantly differently.
the plan was to take out the Cataphrat first.
Yeah.
Um, and I
Well, that thing is kind of scary,
I
not going to lie to
didn't
you.
yeah, I didn't do it fast enough is what happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Mind you, an AC-20, 2 shots straight to the chest. Again, I don't know how I keep getting the chest shots with the AC-20.
You and
Um,
Fohammer must be comparing notes after every match because he does
I
the
don't
same.
know.
I don't know if he necessarily gets the center torso shots, but he's got that AC-20 fanboy thing going for the Atlas, and it's fucking scary, man. It's fucking scary.
I like that as soon as I hit something with it, it's a PSR.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
there's no messing around.
Yeah,
It's just a straight. I have a chance to hit, and then if it misses, it misses. If
and if it
it
hits,
hits, it
you're gonna
just
you got to roll to stay standing. Yeah,
yeah. And I really do like that variant of the Thunderbolt for that because it's got 2 weapons, nice and simple. I can split the fire between 2 different mechs, and it does the job.
yeah. No, that thing is it can be dangerous with proper positioning. That's the
And it does no heat. It generates no heat.
yeah, yeah. Heat neutral is always fun. All right, well, Luke, time to
All
wrap
right.
it up, my friend. What do you got for our viewers on YouTube and wherever else they may find this video in the future?
Well, I may have linked one of the videos into one of the Facebook group chats that
Perfect.
were like, hey, looking for content creators that are for, BattleTech and such.
Nice.
So I was like, well, here's a match that I did with my game master. This is a Grayland trios, whatever, 3-on-3 combat. And it garnered no comments, but I feel like it may have gotten a couple people coming in for the views, so I'm happy for that.
Every
But
little bit
I'll
counts.
keep plugging you. I got some friends that watch it sometimes.
Yeah, I
You
was
know,
thinking about that earlier. I think when I sent you the invite link for Zoom and waiting for you to show up or somewhere in that area, I was thinking back. I was like, we used to do this on Twitch every single night, or not every night, but every
every
week, and I couldn't
Sunday,
think of your friend who was almost always there.
killing it,
What is it?
killing it.
There you go. Yep, that's the one. And
Yeah.
I was like, man, I wonder if they're watching the videos because nobody comes to the stream because we don't stream. So
Yeah.
I mean, I stream other stuff, I should say. But at any rate, speaking of those other things I stream tomorrow, well, this video will go live on YouTube the morning of Wednesday the 15th. Wednesday, of course, is the night that I stream the 2300 Traveler series second star, and then, as I mentioned earlier, Thursday the 16th, streaming at 7 p.m. Twitch.tv/Omar Krieg. You can catch the match 5 of week 6, Commanders round, featuring the Rock City Wolverines 0-5, taking on the American Industrialists, 4 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. I will be playing as the Rock City Wolverines, unfortunately. And I say that only because I think the Wolverines are going to get their asses kicked yet again, 6th week in a row. Never mind how much I want the Rock City Wolverines to win. Never mind how much I actually want the Industrialists to win. I think that's just the way it's going to go. I'm going to be fighting hard to get the Wolverines to win, but we'll see what happens when I have to play the bot and probably like 2,000 or 3,000 battle value disadvantage again. Yeah, it's going to be rough because all 3 of the
Oh,
Industrialist pilots have fucking sniper.
yeah.
So, and they have those advanced mechs, so it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, but I'm going to stream it.
That-
You can see me screaming into the void. In the meantime, my friends, we're going to get out of here. Have a good one. Stay safe. Take care of you and yours. Because I'll be taking care of me and mine anyway, or something like that. I don't know, something I used to say. And if you like the show, smash the buttons. Come join us on Discord. Have a good one. And I almost hit the wrong end.